Hey, what's up guys? iDevice Help here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at iOS 14 Developer and Public Beta 2. The software has been out for a little over a week now, and of course, as always, I like to come back a week later to share with you guys my thoughts, any additional new features and changes, how the software is performing, the battery, and I also like to talk about the YouTube community poll. This is where you guys have an input and provide some feedback on how the software is working for you. So first I want to talk about a few things within the software that a lot of users have been complaining about over the past week or so with beta 2, and there's been some app lagging, some apps that are crashing with the latest beta, something that wasn't really happening with beta 1. I've seen some lag when swiping between pages, when scrolling through some of the OS. I've seen some lag, and yes, there's still bugs. This is beta 2. These things will be worked out down the road, hopefully, but yeah, there's some times where you swipe down for right here the spotlight search and it doesn't show up. Sometimes the clock within the lock screen does not appear. There's also, as I mentioned, some lag in between switching through pages and sometimes even applications, and some users are even complaining about app crashing and apps not even loading for them. Now, I've encountered slight lag in some bugs within the OS, but that is to be expected. Nothing major. Even in public beta, which is the same as developer beta, some users are also reporting issues with the battery and battery health calibration. For some reason, some users are seeing different numbers than they were before updating to iOS 14. This is also a complaint, but keep in mind that iOS, every time you update, it recalibrates and remeasures the battery health and battery capacity, so that might be a reason why, but a lot of users are also complaining about the battery health calibration. Now, let's go ahead and jump into YouTube and take a look at the YouTube community poll. Now, of course, this week's question was, how is iOS 14 developer and public beta 2 working for you so far? We have approximately 5,700 votes this week, and it looks like a great experience at a 19%, which is good. Some of you guys at a 27% are having a good experience, but some bugs, I'm in that particular category as well. Okay, but a lot of bugs, it's at 5%. 2% of you guys are having a terrible experience, and a 47% of you guys are not running iOS 14 beta. Now, down here, one of the most popular comments, apps have been crashing. Yes, this is something that I've just talked about. Of course, some apps will crash when you attempt to launch them. Sometimes this is not directly pertaining to iOS. It could be also due to the servers and also the developer. For example, this week we had a lot of issues with WhatsApp and Facebook applications continuing to crash. That's on Facebook ends. But yeah, this is something that is happening from the iOS end, but it's also something that's happening from server side for the developers as well. Now, right here, one of the most popular comments is waiting on official release. This is also a very popular comment. iOS 14, the official final release won't be until later, maybe September, mid-September or so, when the new iPhones get released. We may still see 4 betas and a gold master copy before the final official version of iOS is released. So just keep that in mind. Now, you can head on over to these YouTube community polls on my YouTube page, because I post these every week, and you can leave your comments, you can post, express your thoughts, and that way everyone will understand how the software is performing. And if you're having any issues, maybe some users are having the same issue and you find a way to resolve it. So yeah, those YouTube community polls are always up weekly as new betas become available. Now, another major issue that a lot of you guys have been asking about is the storage size for iOS 14. Now, with iOS 12, iOS 13 was about 4 to 5 gigs of storage that was taken from your device when you update it. iOS 14 is close to 8 gigs of storage being taken away when you update to iOS 14. So just keep that in mind. Yes, most devices do have a large storage nowadays, over 128 gigs. Most devices 64, 128, 256, but still 8 gigs is a lot of storage for the file system itself. So that's iOS itself without installing anything. It's taken away right here, 7.6 gigabytes from this device. This is an iPhone 11. But yeah, overall, the performance is a little bit spotty here and there with beta 2. I think beta 1 was a little smoother for some reason. Hopefully, we'll get back on track with beta 3, which is expected in the next couple of days here. The battery isn't there yet. It's not as great as iOS 13.6. By the way, I have a full video on that. Links in the description if you want to watch watch that. But of course, this is beta 2, so if you're running iOS 14, just be patient. Apple will probably iron out everything within the next couple of betas. The software is good overall. This has been one of the best beta experiences for iOS in a very, very long time. But there you guys have it. Just a quick follow-up, iOS 14 developer and public beta 2. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you real soon. Peace.